The time to prepare for the upcoming seasons, especially winter, is already upon us. I would go ahead and start making plans, preparations to make sure that you and your family are well taken care of, rather it be stocked food supply, stock essential items, non-essential items, dry food storage, canned foods, and the main one is water. Make sure you have plenty of water. Um, they're already talking about that this year may be pretty hard hit for the South right now. When it comes to winter snow and possible ice, especially they're talking about 14 surprising U.S. states set to be hammered as Super El Nino arrives. And some of these states that they're talking about is we have, let me see, Southern Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Virginia, and the Carolinas, and the Florida Panhandle also. But they are saying that it's looking like it's going to be 1 to 2 inches, or up to 2 to 3 inches, I believe, more than the typical average. So whatever your region or state normally averages, expect an additional couple inches on top of that. And see, the supply chains are going to be hit pretty hard. The energy crisis is already, the economy is already, everybody's feeling the way the economy is with the war in Iran. And if this war in Iran keeps on continuing, the supply chains, the oil, and just the energy in general, you got to think everything with the supply chains and everything with the economy is energy. And that energy requires moving parts. When those moving parts are to standstill because of the winter weather, then it's going to be pretty impactful. And then it's already going to be even worse upon us because of what's happening in Iran. But with me living in Louisiana, we got hit hard last year, or this year, earlier, I think January of this year. And I used to work in a lot of these mills. I did a lot of shutdown work and gas plants, power plants, paper mills, pipelines. And when the temperatures are pretty chaotic, freezing temperatures and unpredictable weather, especially ice is the killer. But when things freeze up, things get shut down. People can't come into work. The roads get hazardous, and the machinery, the South is not ready to take on the task of a lot of these of the severe weather when it comes to the cold, like a lot of the North states are. Because a lot of the North states, a lot of their stuff a lot of it's indoors. But here in the South, a lot of stuff is outdoors and open elements. So when crazy weather freezes, like we had the winter ice storm that we had this year, earlier in the year, things got shut down, and that affects the rest of the economy. That affects the rest of the United States that wasn't even affected really by the winter weather, because everything is energy. Energy is moving parts. Moving parts take care of the economy. But I would just go ahead and prepare yourself right now. Make sure you and your family are well taken care of. Plenty of water, plenty of food, essential and non-essential items, and just make sure that you're just prepared for anything. But with this snow in the southern U.S. winter states, there's always a chance of additional domestic refining and production disruptions. And with offset, with the Middle East, with all the craziness that's going on over there, things can get really bad with the Iran war and the possible crazy weather that we may experience this year. But as always, just make sure you are prepared. And that's the only thing really, that's the staple that you can do right now. Whatever happens, happens. But you have plenty of time to prepare. But anyways, just drop them comments below. Until next time, y'all have a good one.